Hello Year 4, this is your English lesson for Tuesday the 12th of January. So in your lesson yesterday you did a really good job of creating some expanded noun phrases based on that picture of Chanio. So great job. I have hidden our writing target today, covered it up. Can you remember what is underneath? What is our writing target for this term? Hopefully you remembered that it is to use expanded noun phrases. Now we're going to start with a quiz on expanded noun phrases, so let me share that with you. Let's play. Question 1. What gives the reader more information about a noun and makes your writing interesting? Is it a conjunction, a verb, or an expanded noun phrase? Now I really hope you realise the answer is option 3, an expanded noun phrase. Let's look at question 2. Which is the expanded noun phrase? Lake was calm, green beast, or boat? Let me give you a minute to think. Lake was calm. We've got a noun, a verb, and an adjective. Oh, we're not allowed to have a verb, are we? Can you remember when Emmett made that mistake? So it's not option 1. Option 2, we've got an adjective and a noun. Oh, it could be option 2. And then option 3 is just a noun. So it can't be option 3. It's not an expanded noun phrase, is it? So let's go for option 2. Question 3. What is the expanded noun phrase in this sentence? The sparkling blue lake glistened in the sunlight. Is it the sparkling blue lake? Is it in the sunlight? Or is it lake glistened? Oh, let's have a look at this one. We've got a determiner, some adjectives, and a noun. It could be that one. We've got in the sunlight. There's no adjectives there. Can't be that one. And we've got lake glistened. What kind of word is glistened? Ooh, it's a verb, isn't it? Can't be that one. The answer has got to be the sparkling blue lake. Let's look at question 4. What word or phrase could be added to the boat to make an expanded noun phrase? Is it the boat floated? Is it the wobbly boat? Or is it the boat went fast? The determiner, boat, noun, floated, verb. The boat floated. That can't be right. There's no adjective. We've got a determiner, an adjective, and a noun. Oh, it could be that one. And then we've got a determiner, a noun, a verb, and an adjective. No, can't be that one. It's got to be the middle one, the wobbly boat. Right, last question. I think we're doing well. Which of these is not an expanded noun phrase? Stormy clouds, nervous sailor, or sunshine? Not an expanded noun phrase. Can you spot it? The answer is this one, because stormy is an adjective and clouds is a noun. Nervous is an adjective and sailor is a noun. It's got to be this one, which is just a noun on its own. How did we do? 5 out of 5. That's a great result. Well done, Year 4. Let's go back to our slides. So today, which is Tuesday the 12th of January 2021, we are learning to plot the structure of Escape from Pompeii whilst improving the vocabulary. So could you please pause the video, write your date and WALT and underline it. I'd now like you to cast your mind back to your lesson with Mrs. Plews, which you did on Friday. Which features did you identify in Escape from Pompeii? Can you remember? I'd also like you to think, how could this story be improved? Because we're going to improve it a little bit today. Right, these are the features that you looked at with Mrs. Plews on Friday. Your challenge now then is to try and remember what might be under these purple boxes. So which powerful verbs did you find in the story? Pause the video, have a think, what could be under the boxes? We've got overlooking, glimmered, and humming. Let's look at the next one now, third person. Which words in the story showed you that it was written in third person? Pause the video and have a think. We've got they, Tranio, and him. Oh, what about fronted adverbials? Which fronted adverbials did you find? That's quite a tricky one. Pause the video, really rack your brains. Can you remember? Give yourself a big challenge. From his window and beyond the massive city walls. Right, past tense. There would have been loads of words written in the past tense. What could be under these boxes? Have a think. I chose called, lived, fell, and creaked, but you might have come up with all sorts of other words. Right, the last one, historical language. Which historical words did you find in the book? Pause the video, try and remember, please. Naples, Pompeii, Vesuvius, and Roman were just 4 of the possible answers. Right, moving on. Today we are going to focus on the plot of the story. We're going to think about which parts of the story go where and why. So let's just have a quick look at this mountain here. You've seen this story mountain so many times before. So the story starts with an opening. The beginning of the story is where the characters and the setting are introduced. I wonder if you can think which part of our story that is. Then we've got the build-up. This is where the main character faces a series of conflicts. Conflicts means problems. We've then got the problem, the most exciting part of the story when we learn the outcome. After the problem, the story starts wrapping up. The action starts to get a little bit less. We've got our resolution. These are the events which lead to the end of the story. And then at the very end of the story, we've got the ending. So those are the parts we're going to be looking for today. Now, I have created 5 paragraphs for you from the story. Now, listen very carefully because you've got different instructions depending on whether you have a printer or not. If you do have a printer, you need to print out these 5 paragraphs. Let me show them to you. They will look like this. You will find them on the daily planning sheet. Print them out, cut them out. You will then glue them onto the mountain, the story mountain, which we've also given you. Where have I put it? There it is. You will glue them onto your story mountain. Sorry, you place them, don't glue them yet, place them onto your story mountain. So cut them out, place them where you think they go. If you don't have a printer, that's absolutely fine. Listen really carefully, I will tell you what to do. You will need to draw the story mountain, and it will look something like this. Okay. So, once you have drawn the story mountain, you can write the section numbers in each box. So we're going to have a go together. Let me share this one with you. Share. So section 1 is the children heard dogs barking and people screaming. They heard Mount Vesuvius roar. Its top exploded. A cloud of ash rose to the heavens. Tranio and Livia held each other. Lava covered Pompeii. I wonder where that goes in our story mountain. I want to start by finding the first section, the opening, the bit where we find out about the characters and the setting. Let's see what section 2 says. The stone steps creaked, the flaps began to rattle, and the buildings quivered. Loaves of bread scattered on the floor. Nothing to fear, everyone, called Livia's father. The 2 children ran to the harbour. Well, it's not that one. Section 3, the sky began to darken. No one noticed the children hiding in the ship. They watched the sky become thick with pumice and black ash. No, it's not that one. Section 4. Tranio listened to the humming of the town. Beyond the city walls, he could see Mount Vesuvius in the distance. Tranio was friends with the baker's daughter, Livia. Tranio and Livia squatted by the fountain playing knucklebones. Then something happened. There we are. That's the beginning of our story. That's the opening where they talk about the characters. We find out about the setting. So let's go back to our slides then. What section was that? That's section 4. If you've got a printer, you can cut out section 4 and you can just place it in that box. If you haven't got a printer, you're just going to go to one that you've drawn, and you're just going to write section 4 into your box. So we know that we've identified our opening. Now what I want you to do is have a go at the other 4 sections. Can you identify your build-up, your problem, your resolution, and your ending? Your build-up, your problem, your resolution, and your ending. So you need to decide which of those paragraphs you are placing in those sections. Opening, that was section 4. Okay, so if you've got a printer, place the paragraphs in the boxes. If you haven't got a printer, just write the section numbers. Once you've done that, come back to the video, please. Okay, this is the correct order. So section 4 is our opening. Section 2 is our build-up. It's where the action starts to happen. So we get the steps creaking, we get the quivering buildings, we get the loaves of bread scattering. It's not the main action, it's just where the action starts to happen. We start to get an inkling that something's going to happen. Then in our section 3 here, we have got some of the main action. Okay, the children hide, the sky becomes thick with pumice and black ash, and then it goes on to the next box here where the volcano actually erupts. And then at the end, we have, so when it erupts, we know that the children are safe on the boat. Okay, we've got resolution, they have found safety. And in section 6, we've got our ending. The boat moves away to safety. They had left just in time. Hopefully you placed or you wrote your sections into the right boxes. If you didn't, now is the time to move them around. Once you are confident you have got your paper cutouts in the right boxes, you may glue them in. If you've written it down, make sure you've written the numbers in the right boxes. So make sure you've got that bit correct before you move on to the next section of our lesson. Pause the video if you need to. Okay, now we are going to use a different coloured pen or pencil. It doesn't have to be purple, to improve this work. So we're going to add expanded noun phrases, powerful verbs, and fronted adverbials. I've done one of each to help you. So I've added an expanded noun phrase here. The huge stone steps. Okay, the stone steps is a bit boring. I thought we can improve it. The huge stone steps. I've then chosen a verb that I thought was a bit boring, and I've changed it for a powerful verb. So instead of saying the 2 children ran to the harbour, I said the 2 children stormed to the harbour. I hope you can see how that's better. And then finally, I have put in a fronted adverbial, which is the word luckily. Luckily, the boat moved to safety. That also improves the writing, adds a bit more detail, grabs the reader's attention. You've got to do the same thing now. Read through the words, find areas that you think could be improved, that are a little bit boring, that you could add more detail to, and you have got to add at least 2 more expanded noun phrases, 2 more powerful verbs, and 2 more fronted adverbials. So in total, you will have 3 expanded noun phrases, 3 powerful verbs, and 3 fronted adverbials as a minimum today. Once you have done that, just check your work really carefully. Make sure the parts are in order. Make sure you have improved your work. Well done today, Year 4. I will see you soon for our next lesson. Bye.